So I picked up a couple of those Crystal Xbox development kits. Neither of them work. I'm pretty excited about this one though. It says XDK Beta 2, flashes red and green, and on the bottom, got some cool stuff here. And there's like none of the feet are there. There's nothing covering the other screws. So you can just open it up without really any repercussions, which is cool. The first thing I want to do with this kit is to dump the hard drive, which I've got right over here. We'll make an image of it, and hopefully carve out something cool, maybe something that's been deleted, but that'll be kind of a stroke of luck, I guess. In order to do that, I've got to dump the EEPROM, which I'm making this video a little bit late. I've already done that, and I don't want to solder on this board at all if I don't have to. So what I did was I had initially used, there are these little clips like this. They're like this. These aren't the ones I used, but see if that'll focus. Maybe. Oh yeah. So you can clip them on. Just clip them on to your pins or your LPT pins there. The pins of the EEPROM or the LPT pins is what I mean to say. They've got a little wire on the end, and you can plug those into your EEPROM reader, which in my case was this BeagleBone Black, which runs Linux, and I was able to run some utilities on there to dump out the EEPROM. So now I've got a key for my hard drive that I'm going to dump. I just wanted to kind of document this journey, I guess. Show things that might be a little weird about Xbox preservation, or maybe give some people some ideas how to preserve their kits. One of the things that I will probably show later, but I've already done it now, is that, I guess I don't have a good example here, but when you take apart your normal Xbox, or, you know, a standard retail console, you're going to have these 6 Torx screws on the bottom under the pads, and then a couple under the stickers. But with these Crystal development kits, they also have these little daughter boards that sit right back here, and those are actually screwed into the case, and you're going to want to take those off first, because if you try to start tugging on this thing, and that's what I did with my first ever kit many years ago, you're going to end up cracking the case a little bit, and that's not fun, because I know we all like to preserve these things. So now I'm off to dump the hard drive. One interesting thing, though, I took this thing apart and I realized that controller ports aren't connected. This one, I don't really want to put my fingers over there, but this one as well. And you'll notice the standard plugs aren't here. There's nothing to plug into. It's crazy. So I don't know, once I get this thing going, I don't know how I'm going to connect up to that. Once I get the hard drive dumped, though, anything's fair game, I guess. This is, you can tell by the power connector here, that it's an older model, which we might be able to attempt the Coma console fix on, which means, looks like my video cut out there. I was talking about the Coma console fix, though, which is, I believe it was a page originally posted on llama.com, if you remember that, but the flash chip right here, that is split up into 4 banks, each, I believe, with an identical copy of the BIOS, which are 256K, and you can switch over to one of the other banks by bridging some pins on the bottom side. You've got to solder to some little tiny pads. I don't know if there's a good example, maybe over here. But you've got to solder some little tiny pad over the ground. But those are just alternate points for, well, I haven't figured out the orientation of this chip yet, but A18 or 19, the address line on this flash chip. And I might actually have one of these little clippies that'll fit on there, or at least I only need to get an edge one. So yeah, if I can just clip right onto the, or get some kind of contact on the edge and just ground it, maybe to something closer like the LPC here, we might be able to try boot off one of those other banks. It's really hard to say what's wrong with this thing right now, though. I don't know why this is in a case, to be honest. Like, this isn't gonna do anything. It's clearly been open. Well, I don't know. Someone's been poking at it. Maybe this is an engineering sample, but it's got this little sticker here, and it's got Q7E1 with a little arrow to it, and you can see that silkscreen marking on the board. So I should probably be, I guess, investigating this. That would make sense. Someone somewhere wanted this looked at. People didn't notice. The other thing is, like, there was one of these green stickers on the disk drive and it said bad, which, well, that's an easy fix, but I think that's pretty cool too. And then this little, I don't know what this is. Is this anti-static? I'm not an EE or anything, but yeah. And if we go over this way, so my current PC doesn't have any of those ATA ports, or IDE, and I had this little adapter laying around, and I try everything first with a retail console. I've got about 10 of those sitting around, so it's no big deal. But I was going to try to unlock a retail drive and image it using this adapter because my computer has no IDE ports. And there was like a little tiny bit of, I don't know if it was like a capacitor or something blowing up, but there's a little bit of smoke coming out of there. Not much, it was just a wisp and then it was gone, but my computer refused to boot, so I don't know. I don't have the original power thing for this. It's like an old floppy style, so I used just a standard floppy power, but that wasn't good, and it's probably a lesson or a warning that I shouldn't be using these little $2 adapters with no instructions. So I do have a PCI Express card coming in the mail that I can use to connect my IDE devices, or I've got my old computer, but that's going to be kind of a pain to set up, so maybe I'll just wait the week, which is always a pain. But anyways, that's all for now. I will catch you on the... Yeah, I'm going to cut this part out.